income inequality will impact to the loss access quality education, especially students that having financial issues due to low income families. Loss to get quality education in terms of education material and internet coverage to support education learning. Due to parent insufficient income and the family's financial constraints, the children begin to do part-time work to supplement their family's livelihood, causing not affordable to access quality education. For example, as we can see, the Malaysian Ministry of Education records a higher dropout rate in secondary schools than in primary schools because most of students have already started working due to poverty. In other words, the Party Minister of Education, Lim Hu Ying, said that until June 2022, the dropout rate across the country at the secondary school level was 0.99%, while at the primary school level, it was 0.07%. When they have started working, they must support the economy of livelihood of their respective families. So they choose not to continue their studies. It is clear that the family low socio-economy status is a barrier factor for individuals to obtain higher education opportunities, and limited financial resources hinder students' willingness to continue their studies. The issues of social certification also is come from the ethnic certification, focus on environment where they are oppressed or singled out just because of their colors or ethnicity can result in a host of problems such as mental health concerns, poor academic attainment, low self-esteem, and even school dropouts. The huge racial gaps is deemed discriminatory and further restricts accessibility possibilities for the most disadvantaged students. The discriminatory issues are detrimental to the advancement of a country. Schools do more than only teach their kids. They also harbor systematic and institutionalized racial discrimination. For example, according to a 2021 poll conducted by Sekolah Semua, a young adult movement, 9 of 10 ethnic Indian respondents experienced racial discrimination in school because of their ethnicity, skin color, and religious belief. This survey illustrates that the systematic effect of racial discrimination in the difficulty of equal and accessible education, demonstrating the overreacting problem in Malaysia society today. Lead interaction between students ethnically different from the norms governing our country are deemed insufficient, inadequate, and largely undeserving of similar benefit and opportunity extended to others.
Getting society perceptions toward low attainment education by social stratification, one of survey has been conducted using Google Form. The survey received response from 40 respondents. Most of the respondents who answered the survey are the students, making up to 42.5% of the participants. The findings of this survey showed that different results from the respondents toward low attainment education by social stratification. The first outcome is the majority of respondents are neutral about the statement that social stratification in terms of low family income and ethnic background leads to low educational attainment, accounting for 41.5%. The second outcome is the majority of respondents are neutral about the statement that low family income and ethnic stratification impact students dropping out or receiving a quality education, accounting for 43.9%. The third outcome is the majority of respondents agree with the statement that low family income causes students to be unable to access sufficient educational materials and internet data to support their learning, comprising to 56.1%. The fourth outcome is the majority of the respondents agree with the statement that low family income causes students to stop continuing their education in order to accommodate their family standard of living, comprising to 41.5%. The fifth outcome is the majority of respondents are neutral about the statement that ethnic stratification and discrimination between races cause students to be marginalized in accessing education, comprising to 46.3% of participants. The sixth is the majority of the respondents are neutral about the statement that ethnic stratification, where certain races have higher privilege that make it difficult for other races to access education, comprising to 43.9%. The lastly is the majority of respondents agree with the statement advocating for improving the country's education policies to ensure adequate education despite the pressure of social stratification, including low family income and ethnic disparities, comprising to 36.6% of participants. In conclusion, based on the finding, it can be simplified that 40 of the respondents have different perceptions, which some of them disagree, neutral, and agree towards social stratification through low income inequality, which family, low income, and ethnic stratification in impacting low education attainment.
Question. Program Equality Education has focused on providing everyone with resources and opportunity they need to success. Acknowledging that different groups may require different support. Not just that, the program actively combats racism and discrimination in all forms. This includes addressing implicit bias, systematic inequities, and promoting understanding of diverse perspectives. For example, the concept of human education has already been successfully translated by the Ministry of Education and Culture through the creation of the Bonding Guidance School (SPJK) program. This program is in line with the Sustainable Development Goal 4 to ensure quality and equitable inclusive education and promote lifelong learning opportunity for all, include all races in Malaysia. In fact, SBJK and SBJK program are in line with the concept developed by the United Nations Education, Cultural and Scientific Organization, which aim at education for all.
As we know that in urban areas, many defaulty individuals face challenges the limited access to educational resources due to the financial constraints. So, by donating books and educational materials, it can help the students overcome this barrier and provide equal opportunities to learn and succeed. The book donations bridge the gap in educational resources between the disadvantaged students and their peers, fostering a more inclusive educational environment. By empowering the defaulty students with resources, help break the cycle of poverty and promote their upward mobility. And access to books nurtures aspirations for a better future and contribution to creating a more equitable society. Okay, for example, the program Sulam implemented on June 6, 2024 is a book donating program to selected school in Seremban 3 by a few students from a class IDRIS 605. So the selected school is SMK Seremban 3. So the school has received 800 books and donated from the UiTM Seremban 3. So this donation is an initiative to help students, to help schools to provide reading materials for students to improve their education.
Government roles. The government's role includes policy formulations and implementation, such as implementing social welfare programs like unemployment benefits, food assistance, and affordable housing to help alleviate the immediate impacts of poverty and reduce class disparities. For example, the Malaysian Indian Transformation Unit, MITRA, as a government agency under Prime Minister Department of Malaysia, allocated 10.8 million ringgit Malaysia to 167 registered kindergarten, providing 200 ringgit Malaysia monthly subsidy for fees and breakfast to 4,441 B40 children for 12 months. This demonstrates how targeted government interventions can directly support vulnerable populations and promote social equity. Challenges of solutions. Firstly is high cost. Creating an engaging, high-quality curriculum along with the necessary textbook and digital resources demands a substantial investment. The cost of ongoing repairs, renovations, and upgrades to classroom and other facility also add up. For example, in the 2024 budget, the education sector was allocated 58.7 billion ringgit Malaysia, up from 55.2 billion ringgit Malaysia in 2023. This significant increase not only aims to enhance access to quality education, but also support the Bonding Guidance School Program (SBJK), which focus on providing quality educational materials and maintaining school infrastructure, including utilities like the water and electricity. These efforts are essential for promoting human education. However, such initiatives require continuous financial commitment. Lastly, the issue of mismanagement or unauthorized use of education funds remain a significant concern. This can occur at various levels within the education system, from local school to national education departments. For example, the former headmaster of Sekolah Rendah Agama (SRA) was jailed for a day and fined 10,000 ringgit Malaysia after pleading guilty to corruption charges related to the maintenance and upgrading of school buildings. He was found guilty of receiving 164,800 ringgit Malaysia through a transfer to his bank account for personal gain. Such misappropriations of funds severely impact students, especially those from poorer background, as they are deprived of the improved infrastructure and resources intended to support their education. In conclusion, education should be the great equalizer. Some kids get all the resources, while others struggle with the bare minimum. This needs to change. Our hope is to transform education from the ground up. We want to tear down the barriers within our system that keep some students from reaching their full potential. This means rethinking outdated practices and ensuring every student has access to quality resources and opportunity. A future where diversity is valued and every student is prepared to thrive a fair society. In short, we aim to solve social stratification by revolutionizing education. Let's work together to make education the true equalizer and end social divides once for all. Thank you.